Have you seen the term AI agents popping all over the internet and wondered what does it actually mean? After watching this video, I promise you will have a complete understanding of what AI agents are, and not only that, we are going to build our own AI agent that can find the most famous food in any city and email you the answer, all without writing a single line of code. Now, before we dive into agents, we need to quickly talk about LLMs or large language models like ChatGPT or Gemini. These LLMs are incredibly good at one thing: predicting the next word in the sentence. For example, if you give it a prompt like the sky is, it will say blue. This is a massive achievement. Think about it. For decades, all software was built on step by step instructions written by humans. This is the first time we have something that can think, respond without being programmed for a specific task. It can do this because it's been trained on a gigantic amount of data, millions of articles, blogs, and basically the entire public internet. But there is one big problem. These LLMs are not connected to real-time information. Each model has a knowledge cutoff date. Any events, news, or data after that date, the AI has no idea. So if I ask, what's the weather today? It will tell me it can't give me real-time information. This is the exact problem that AI agents are designed to solve. Let's imagine a task. I want to use an AI to find the most popular snack in my city and then order it online to my address. Could we ask a standard chatbot like ChatGPT to do that? The answer is no. ChatGPT doesn't know where you live. It doesn't know what food delivery services are in your area. It doesn't know how to actually place an order. But what if we could build a system around it? What if we had a small program that could find your current location and give that context to the LLM? Suddenly, the LLM knows you are in which city. And because of its knowledge base, it also knows what's famous in that city. Then, what if we have another program, a tool that takes a food item and an address and places an order? By connecting these tools to LLM, we have just built an AI agent. An AI agent is simply an LLM with a body. It's an LLM that has been given tools or sensors to interact with outside world, to read files, to access the internet or connect to the other software. All these incredible applications you are hearing about, Cursor, GitHub Copilot, Devin, they all AI agents. They use LLM as their brain and then have tools that allow them to read your code, write new files and update your project, all based on LLM's output. It's an idea so powerful that some of these companies are valued in billions of dollars. And the best part? You don't need to be a $1 billion company to build one. You and I can build a simple AI agent right now. Here's what we are going to do. We will build an agent that takes any city name as an input. Then we will send that city to Google LLM and ask it for the most famous local food. Finally, our agent will automatically trigger an email to us with the results. It's a simple agent, but it's a perfect way to understand the fundamentals. So let's get started. In order to create an agent, we are going to use make.com. Make.com allows you to create agents in a very easy and intuitive manner. We can easily set up our agentic pipeline with just a click of a button, all without writing even a single line of code. This makes it very easy, so let's get started. So I'll click on this login button in order to log in. So once login, you will see a create new scenario button. You can click on this button. This will create a new scenario. A scenario is nothing but a workflow we are going to define on what all the task agent can perform step by step. Remember, we discussed agent is nothing but a set of tools that allows LLMs to perform some task. Here we are defining those tools. So our first tool is a webhook. Webhooks are nothing but triggers. So we need something to trigger our agentic workflow, right? This can be an email or some button click or some Slack message or can be anything. Here we are using a webhook. So as soon as someone hits this URL in the browser, our agentic pipeline will be triggered. So let's create this webhook. I will click on this webhook. I will click on custom webhook and I can go and add a webhook. So I can name this webhook anything. So I will say my trigger. So I will say my trigger and click on save. And you can see it got a new URL. it got a custom URL. So I'm going to copy this URL, go to the new browser window and paste. Along with this URL, I'm going to send some data. I will say city equal to Pune. So I will click on enter. This got accepted and you can see it got successfully determined. Now my webhook got created. Now I will click on save. The next thing I'm going to add is an LLM itself. So we got the city from this webhook. I need to pass this city to an LLM. So I will click on this plus. I am going to use Gemini's LLM. So I will click on Google Gemini AI and create a completion. Now my Gemini connection is already created. If you don't have this connection created, you can click on add and you can provide the API key. You can get the API key from Google's AI Studio free of cost. So I will not do this again. So in the messages section, I will click on add and in the role, I will use user role. And in the parts, I will add an item. In the message type, I will say text. And in the text, I'm going to say find most famous food item in the city. And the city name is what we got from the webhook. So this is the reference you can create. So I'm going to click on this city. So, and I will say and provide output in the format of a JSON format. So I will say city name is Pune and food name is, I'll say, misal pav. So now I got I defined the format how it should look like. So our LLM will provide the output in this format. So I will click close it. I'll maybe select a model which is Gemini 2.5 Flash and click on save. So this Gemini's tool got created now. I want to test this tool whether this is working and giving me the correct output or not. So what I will do is I'll click on this run this module. And here in the city, let's say I provided Pune and click on OK. You can see we got the output. This is the output we got from the LLM. So you can say this city name is Pune, food name is misal pav. There's one problem with this output. You can see it is returning it in markdown format. All the LLMs nowadays talk in markdown format. So we need to parse this output. So let's add one more tool here. So I will add one more tool which is a text parser. So I'll say text parser. I will click on match pattern. And in the text, if you see here, we have a text. I'll click here. I will provide the output result which I got from the previous module. I'll click on result. And in the pattern, I'm going to provide a pattern. So in the pattern, I'm going to provide this pattern. Okay. Now I'll click on save. So let's copy the output we got from the previous JSON. So I'll click on copy. And I'm going to run this module and paste the result which we got from the previous one. So I'll click on OK. So you can see that it automatically parsed this JSON and gave the output in a JSON format. So I will copy this. Now I need a JSON parser to parse this JSON. So let's add one more JSON parser to parse the JSON. And in the JSON string which we are going to provide is the result we got from the previous module. So this is kind of a pipeline we are setting it up. So the first result we got that the second module will use, second result we got the third module will use, whatever the previous module's result it is going to use by the next module. So I will click on here. So now I'll click on save. So I'll run this module and provide the output we got from the previous module and OK. Now you can see it automatically parsed the city name and food name. This is perfect. So let's add one more module, our last module, which is Gmail. So I will add a Gmail connection. So we need to send an email, right? So that's why I'm going to add a Gmail connection, send an email. So my connection is already created for the Gmail. So I will not recreate it. But if your connection is not created, you can click on add and you can create your own Gmail connection. If you need more help, you can click on this online help and get this Gmail connection.
So I will not do this again. So my recipient I will add as my email ID, which the mail should be getting triggered. So I'll add updraft AI news at gmail.com, and subject I will say famous food for the city. I will reference the city name which we got from the previous module is, and the food name. Okay, this looks perfect. So I will click on save. Now our pipeline got completed. Now I am going to run this pipeline. I will click on save here and I'm going to run once. Okay, this pipeline you can see it is waiting for the input. I will go to the URL and in the city I will say Mumbai. Okay, perfect. And click on enter. Now you can see our pipeline got successful now. And if I go to the email, you can say famous food for cities Mumbai's vada pav. Wow, perfect. Cool. Congratulations on building your first AI agent. This was so much fun. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like the content, please like and share and subscribe to this channel. I will see you